Welcome to The Eclectic Thrifter and Crafter, where we thrift and craft with purpose. I do not have a new intro for our Small Talk Sundays yet, so if you'll just pour yourself a cup of coffee or a cup of tea, we'll get started on our miniature build project. Today we're going to be making papier-mâché as well as getting started on 2 miniatures for the build. This papier-mâché recipe is the creation of artist Johnny Good. I will not be sharing the recipe for this papier-mâché with you. I would like you to visit Johnny's channel. She is a wonderful paper artist, and I believe credit where credit is due, and this recipe is her creation. I will put the links to Johnny's channel in the description below, as well as information for her books. You can use newspaper for this recipe. I chose to use bathroom tissue. You'll want to tear the tissue up into as small pieces as you possibly can. When you press out the water, don't press all of the water out. There needs to be some moisture in the recipe. I will share one thing about the recipe. What we're adding now is the joint compound. Johnny suggested do not use DAP joint compound. There is an ingredient in the DAP that causes this recipe to just form small rubbery balls. So any joint compound other than DAP. I used this recipe before during my son's 4-H years, and I can share with you that it is a very sturdy papier-mâché. So I'm just going to store it in a mason jar and pop it in the refrigerator. And there's going to be a little bit left over, so we're going to take that upstairs. It's a very clean product. There it is. So let's go upstairs. Now the one thing about making miniatures, 1/12 scale is what we're going to be using. So for every 1 inch, that means 1 foot. So we're going to tape it off. And this is the measure that we're going to use as we do some handmade miniatures. So those 2 squares would be 24 inches, and then we're going to make a single square. For future videos, I'll try and zoom in a little bit more. That will decrease that strobing effect on the glass surface. One of those teddy bears that we thrifted last week would be 12 inches tall if it were a real teddy bear. That is how 1/12 scale works. There's our papier-mâché. It's nice and smooth, as you can see. What I'd like you to do is always keep some hand lotion handy, right here, because when you're working with papier-mâché or clay, it will draw moisture from your hands. So keep that handy. These are little soap molds. We're going to be using these to make some of our furniture decoration. It's not a messy product, so you don't really need a spatula tool to dig it out. It just is not that messy. Now you can see this product really catches details. We're going to fill several of these molds and just let them dry until Tea Tuesday. And I will share with you Tea Tuesday just how sturdy this product is. We can make some very decorative furniture with these molds. The little tiny rose. The others are too big for what we're going to be doing. Here we're going to make a little medallion. If you have polymer clay tools, they will come in very handy. That little circle will make a tabletop approximately 24 inches across in real life, so it will be almost 2 inches across. With this papier-mâché, there is minimal sanding involved. We're going to let that dry till Tea Tuesday. I will also be able to put veneers on this, so I'm quite confident we can be very creative. This is all our polymer clay left over from 4-H. So we're going to put this to good use. It's kind of stiff, so it's going to take some time to get that all warmed up. Once you get it warmed up, it's very easy to work with. I'm going to make a decorative item today. We're going to get started on it. I'll have the finished product for you on Tuesday. So now we know our project is going to be 12 inches high if it were in real life. So we're going to cut it to measure. This gives us the parameter that we need to work in for many of our projects. I'm going to be starting today on these Staffordshire dogs. Now this picture frame is not going to be just a picture frame, it's going to be a fireplace. So we're just going to remove the back. We're going to be very creative with this build and use a lot of household items for our decor. This is going to be cut down, and there's our fireplace, but it's going to be a bit smaller because I'm going to be cutting it down and reversing the design so I can put a mantle on it. We just have to change it around. And that will be the top of the mantle. So it'll be a 4-foot mantle. Let's get started on our spaniels. I love spaniels. My dream is to own a King Charles Spaniel. I just love them. I just don't happen to have $3,000 for a puppy. But I do adore them. My second choice would be Scotty Dog. Now my background as a hobbyist is sculpting and oil painting. I only competed in invitationals in the 90s because I had 4 children to raise. And I did all my work at night, and I could only enter maybe 2 competitions a year. I have not competed for about 20 years. So as you can see, we're getting quite close to the shape we need to be at. So this is where we'll stop for today on the Staffordshire dogs. I will have those completed for you on Tea Tuesday, and we'll take a look at the finished product. And that's its size. That's 1/12 scale. And it should look like these. I think they're adorable. I'm going to make several sets, but not by Tuesday. Now we're going to take a little peek. We've had it dry for an hour or so, and it does start setting up quite quickly, and now you can see the detail in it. Very detailed. Well, thank you for joining me for Small Talk Sunday. Please like, subscribe, share my thrifting and crafting channel with your thrifting and crafting friends. Let me know in the comments below what you think of our project so far. Check us out on Instagram. Tap that notification button for upcoming announcements of thrifts and crafts. But most of all, have a lovely, lovely day.